Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Namperumal ki jai. So today we will speak an important person of Ranganathji's devotees. So that is Thirumangai alwar. So when we speak about Sri Rangam, mostly all the devotees will speak about Thirumangai alwar. Because the Thirumangai alwar, he done the most of the seva for Ranganathji. Mainly the Sri Rangam means the big compound walls are very famous. That all are mostly constructed by Thirumangai alwar. Not only that one, and the Shavdar temple, and many pastimes with Thirumangai alwar and Ranganathji. Ranganath and Thirumangai alwar is inseparable. So we will discuss about some of the pastimes connected to Thirumangai alwar. So Thirumangai alwar, he is said to be the incarnation of Lord's Sharna, bow, Namperumal's bow, which Rama uses now, the bow. Like Arjuna uses Gandiva, like that Krishna uses Saranga Pani. In Kumbhakonam there is a temple where the Lord keeps his bow on his hand. He is known as Saranga Pani. So that Sharanga, they are like eternal associates of the Lord, like Krishna's personal paraphernalia. The Sharanga has appeared in 4 yugas itself. In Satyuga he has appeared as Kardama Prajapati. Then in the Dwapara Yuga also he appeared as Uparichara Vasu. Then Treta Yuga also he appeared as Uparichara Vasu. Then in first Yuga he appeared as a Brahmana family. Second Yuga he appeared as a Kshatriya family. Third Yuga he appeared as in a Vaishya family. In the 4th Yuga he appeared in a Shudra family. So therefore in Kali Yuga, Thirumangai alwar is the incarnation of Sharanga. He appeared in a family of the 4th Varna. So he appeared in a place called Tirukkurayalur, near to Kumbhakonam. So there is a beautiful place called Tirunangur. Some say that is the place called Devasthan. In Chaitanya Charitamrita it is mentioned Devasthan. Mahaprabhu visited that place. So there are some 11 temples are there. 11 beautiful, small and big, many Divyadesham temple. Tirunangur. So in between this Tirunangur and there is also one Pancha Narasimha Kshetra. In between this place only there is a village called Tirukkurayalur. So there was a king called Alinatudayan. Because Ali means Tiruvali. Tiruvali means Tiruvali Tirunagari. That place is still known as Tiruvali Tirunagari. This place is very wonderful place actually. Even if you go now, Tiruvali Tirunagari, that is not polluted still. No, we can't see any big buildings or so much traffic. All these things are not there. Still it is full of green paddy fields. Everywhere people are like very simple living people. Everyone is working in the paddy field and very happy people are there. And full of Divyadesham, all the Brahmins are worshipping in those deities. Within one day, we can cover 11 to 15 Divyadesham we can cover in that one area, Tirunangur. That is the birthplace of Thirumangai alwar. So there we can see a separate temple for Thirumangai alwar, and many of his pastimes we can hear in that place. On that one particular place, one day all the deities will come on a procession on a Garuda. It's called Tirunangur Garuda Sevai. So these all important places are visited by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In Chaitanya Charitamrita it is mentioned about one temple, Siyala Bhairavi, in the Madhya Lila, 9th chapter. And then after Siyala Bhairavi, Mahaprabhu go to this place called Devasthan. So our devotees are saying that Devasthan is nothing but the Tirunangur. So there Mahaprabhu met many Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. That is the place actually, Thirumangai alwar's birthplace. So Thirumangai alwar, when he is born, he was like a totally materialistic person. He was a king. He was working under a big king, Chola king. So he was supposed to pay tax to the big king. So he was simply enjoying his material life like a materialistic person. So in that way he is spending his days. Then one day, by the arrangement of the Lord, near to that there is one special temple called Annan Kovil. That Annan Kovil, there is a deity of Lord Balaji, very small deity, Annan. There the Thirumangai Alvar called the deity as, oh my dear brother Anna, Anna, like that. Therefore, the deity is still known as Annan Kovil. In that Annan Kovil, that is from different yuga that is there, that temple. So in front of that Annan Kovil, there was a very special Pushkarini called Sweta Pushkarini. There were a lot of lotus flowers and Kumuda, I don't know what, lilies, kind of flowers are there in that pond. So on those days, some of the heavenly apsaras, they came to take bath in that pond. Then all the other apsaras, they left one apsara there, and suddenly they left. So this apsara, she took a form of a very small baby and stayed there. Meanwhile, one Brahmana, Vaidya, one doctor like a Vaidya, Brahmana Sri Vaishnava, he came over there. He seen this beautiful girl over there. He asked, who are you? Then she told her history, that I am also actually came with some apsaras. Due to my curse of some rishi, I was supposed to born as a human. So I was told that I have to go to this particular pond. There, when I support to help that great devotee called Thirumangai, then I will also go back to Godhead, like that. I should bring that Thirumangai Alvar to become a Vaishnava. When I help that to make him devotee, then I will get free from my curse. Like that, she told some of the thing to this Brahmana. So this Brahmana didn't understood anything. He told, okay, then where is your parents? He asked. She told, I don't have any parents. So if you kindly accept me, I will come with you. This beautiful small girl, she also went with this Brahmana. And the Brahmana, because he don't have children, he just so much happy to take care of this girl, like a daughter. He handed over this girl to his wife. They both of them, they taught him very nicely. They took care of him very nicely. So this girl, when she became young, day by day, her beauty is so attractive because Apsara's beauty. So one Prabhuji was giving in a class, he is saying that the most beautiful Miss Universe, if you take that Miss Universe and show to an Apsara of the heavenly planet, she will be like a frog in front of that Apsara itself. Then the devotee was explaining about the beauty of Radharani. Then what to speak about the Apsaras, then Vaikunda, Lakshmi Sahasra, what is their beauty? And that Lakshmi Sahasra also cannot be compared to the beauty of the gopis, and that cannot be compared to Radharani's beauty. So in that way, he is saying that this, whatever the material beauty in this material world we can see, that will be only like a frog when you compare her to a Apsara. So that kind of beauty she was, Apsaras. So when beauty is very well known all over the village, then finally some of the friends of this Thirumangai Alvar, he is a totally materialistic person. They heard about the beauty of this girl, they seen her also, they went and told her, Thirumangai, do you know there is a girl so beautiful, so cute, so wonderful qualities, all these things they told to Thirumangai. Thirumangai Alvar, that time he was called as Neelan. They called him as Neelan. Neelan means his body is black in color, blackish color, therefore they call him a Neelan. So this Neelan, he was a very brave person. He was like a lion itself. For the enemies, he is like a lion. Very fearless person, very courageous, very brave person. So he was controlling the whole kingdom like a hero he was. So he sat in his horse and went to that Kumudavalli's house. Because that girl, she was born in a pond of Kumuda flowers. Therefore that father gave her the name Kumudavalli. So Thirumangai Alvar went to her house, Kumudavalli, and he met that Vaishnava and asked her, I heard that you got some girl from somewhere. She was another girl. From where you got that? And everything she asked. He told, I got it from this pond. She has very good qualities. I don't know whom shall I marry her, like that. Then meanwhile, Thirumangai Alvar happened to see that girl passing inside the house. He was struck by the beauty of that girl. Then Thirumangai Alvar asked, maybe you can give that girl to me. I can give you all the dowry, everything. You give that daughter to me. Then that father was very happy because the Thirumangai is a very brave person, very beautiful person, very he have a lot of money with him. So the king, the Brahmana agreed, okay, you can take my girl, but let me take permission from him first. Then that father and Thirumangayalar, both of them, they asked that Kumudavalli. Then Kumudavalli told, if you want to marry me, I have a condition. That condition is, I will marry a person who is a Vaishnava. He should be taken initiation, he should have Kandimala, Tilak and all the Tilak over the body. He should become a Vaishnava devotee. Only such a person I will marry. I will not marry any other person like that. Thirumangayalar immediately, because he is so attracted to her beauty, immediately went to a place called Tirunarayur, a Divyadesham, where the stone Garuda deity is there. You might have heard that weight was increasing, that Garuda. That temple he went. There when he went, the Lord personally gave him the initiation itself. Thirumangayalar doesn't know this. Lord gave him the Panja Samskara, Shanga Chakra, they heat it and they put it in the hands. That is the initiation in Sri Sampradaya. Panja Samskara. We also have that same Panja Samskara, but Bhaktivinoda Tagore explained it very nicely. What is Panja Samskara? I am accepting the 5 Samskaras, wearing 12 Tilagas, accepting the name as Dasa, and in this way chanting. These are the certain Samskaras are there. We do when the Diksha time. That same thing in Sri Sampradaya, they say Tapa, means accepting Shanga Chakra here. So that they also wear 12 Tilak, Dasinam, everything. So in this way, Lord personally gave initiation itself for Thirumangayalar. Then he came and stood before this Kumudavalli and told, okay, now you can find any mistakes in me. Then she told, if you want to marry me, then you should serve 1008 devotees for at least 1 year. 1 year you should serve 1008 devotees and wash their feet and drink the Charanamrita. Then only I can marry you. Otherwise you cannot marry me. So Thirumangayalar agreed for anything, because he was so attracted to her. So he ready to do anything. In this way Thirumangayalar agreed for that. And that grand marriage happened there. That king gave her hands in the hands of Thirumangayalar. That marriage was happened. So but Thirumangayalar, he developed some taste for serving Vaishnavas. He was every day, because he is a king, every day he could easily serve 1000 devotees, prasadam, full feast prasadam, and also washing their feet and accepting the remnants of that Mahaprasad. So in this way, when he was started serving the pure devotees, the Vaishnavas, his mind changed. He lost his taste for any material attraction. He developed a taste for the service of the Lord. So in this way, he developed more and more taste for serving the devotees. He was kept on spending all his money in the service of the devotees. He was not even paying his tax to the Chola king. He spent all his wealth in serving the devotees. After 1 year also. Then the Chola king, he sent his persons to ask Thirumangayalar to pay taxes. So Thirumangayalar said, okay, I will pay tomorrow, I will pay next week, I will pay next month. In this way, he was just postponing it, but he was not paying. Finally, the king became very angry. He sent one army to arrest Thirumangayalar and come. So this army came with a leader. Then they fought. Thirumangayalar was very angrily alone. He entered into the army. He has a horse called Adalma. That horse is just like that of Indra's Uchchaishrava itself. Such a powerful horse. He used to sit in that horse, and when he entered into the fight, he was like thousands of persons together. So angry was. His eyes became red, and he will finish within seconds all the army. They will all run away. Then the king will send the second army after some days. In this way, 7 times king sent the army. All was Thirumangayalar defeated alone. Then finally, the king personally decided to come and fight with Thirumangayalar. Then king has one of his commander, Senadipati. He told king, you don't go. This time I will go and fight with him. His name is Sridhara. This Sridhara came. He was a very big fighter. He came like an ocean of warriors. But Thirumangayalar, he went inside. He just finished everybody. Very bravely fought. He could not do anything. That time, the king personally came to fight with him. Chola king. He brought all his army. So that time, this Kumudavalli, she was Apsara, she was a great powerful devotee. So Every time Tirumangai gets some wound and all, when Tirumangai will come back to the house, this Kumudavalli, she will just touch him, all the wounds will cure itself immediately. Because they are from the demigod side, they have such a powers. That wife will touch the body of Tirumangai, all the wounds, everything will cure and she will become re-energized. So in this way, this time the king came to fight. When the king came to fight, this Tirumangai wife Kumudavalli and all the devotees, they all prayed to Ranganath. They did just like the Narayana Kavacha we read in Bhagavatam. They gave the Narayana Kavacha to so many kings, Indra and all. So similarly, they did a Kavacha. That your shoulder should be protected by the Sundar Raja. Your head should be protected by this Madan Mohan. Your feet should be protected by the Sauri Raja. Your belly should be protected by this deity. Like that, they glorified and they made a Kavacha to Tirumangai. In this way, Tirumangai, with all the blessings of the devotee, he went to fight with the king. So this time he was so fast and so angry. He was like 1,000 men together going to fight. So he had some of his army also with all of them. The king totally defeated. King started running, showing his back. At that time, king, even though he is running, out of his greediness for the money, he told Tirumangai, hey Tirumangai, even though he defeated, according to dharma, you should pay the money back. That is the dharma. So when he said the word dharma, Tirumangai just obliged, okay, I will pay whatever tax I supposed to pay, I will pay to you. Then Tirumangai worried about the dharma. I was supposed to pay the tax, I should not fight with my king. So Tirumangai was worried and he slept that night. How I will pay the tax to the king? So much money he is supposed to pay. Because all the money is spent for the Vaishnavas. Then at that night, Lord Varadaraj appeared in his dream, Kanchipuram Varadaraj, and told, hey Tirumangai, you come to my place Kanchipuram. There I kept a big treasure for you. You can take there and you can start serving the Vaishnavas. Then Tirumangai, he took the Chola king and his army to the Kanchipuram. There with the correct identification of the Varadaraj, he find out that big treasure and he gave the wealth to Chola king. And whatever leftover money, he again started doing Annadan. By this time, this Chola king got realized how the Lord was helping him personally. So he is doing for a good cause, saying that the Chola king also tried to help this king. He apologized for all his mistakes. So in this way, this Chola king, in this way, Tirumangai, he was continued serving Vaishnavas every day, without missing. So every day he is serving thousands of devotees. So one day he was lack of money, he could not serve the devotees. So he was worrying, how I will serve the devotees. Then by the time he met some thieves. The thieves told, if you want to serve the devotees, you come with us and steal, and whatever money you will get, you use for your service or whatever, we used for our purpose. So Tirumangai thought, okay, this is a good way. Anything is done for Krishna's sake, that is dharma. If you do it for our personal sake, it is a sin. So Tirumangai said, man nimittam, if you do it for ourselves, it is a sin. So thinking in this way, Tirumangai, he went to steal. From whom he steal? He will steal from the non-devotees, atheistic people, from the black money. So he go to the middle of the forest and he will steal from the big thieves. So that time, knowing this, some of the most mystical yogis, they became his servants. Because they thought he is doing all this for the pleasure of the Lord. So let us help him. So in this way, he got 4 disciples. One disciple, he can, just by blowing air, he can open any kind of lock. Other disciple, he can, by holding the shadow of a person, he can make that person stand still, stop. Other person, he can, just by argue, he can capture that person's mind, like hypnotize. He can't move, he will be just kept on talking only. So like that, here one person can walk on the water. Like that, he has 4 mystical yogi disciples. So with all these 4 of them, he will go to some middle of the forest and he will wait for the big thieves, and he with us using all these tricks, they will plunder from the thieves, and he will bring that money and he will use it for only for the pleasure of Namparmal and his devotees, serving the Vaishnavas mainly. That time he was serving in that Tirukkurayalur, that area. There is still the place called Mangai Madam, where Thirumangai Alwar, he did this Annadan. There is a forest still it is called Bilvaranyam. So, in this way he was spending his days in serving the devotees. So one day he went to steal. So there he seen one dark evening time, dark night it was. So one Mataji was cleaning one golden big vessel. So Thirumangai Alwar thought, if I get this plate, I can buy all prasad for tomorrow's devotees. He just went and snatched from that Mataji. That Mataji, she started shouting, "Oh Krishna!" She started. Krishna, Narayana, Narayana, like that she started. Ramanuja, not Ramanuja, sorry. Like Krishna, he started chanting his Guru's name. Then Thirumangai Alwar understood, oh my God, this lady might be a devotee. Therefore, I should never steal from devotees, I should never create any trouble to devotees. Immediately gave the plate to her and fall at his feet and did dandavat, and he ran away from that place. So Thirumangai Alwar, he will never steal or trouble any devotee. So that is the culture we can see in Sri Sampradaya, because Mahaprabhu took the two principles from Sri Sampradaya. That is, one is Vaishnava Seva and the pure Bhakti, Karma Jnana, without Karma Jnana Mishram. So they say mainly the Bhagavata Pachar, the devotee offense to the devotees, it can create great dangers to the path of devotional service. That is very strongly stressed in this point in Sri Sampradaya. So therefore Thirumangai Alwar, he did his prostrated obeisances and went off. Then Thirumangai Alwar, one day he was worried, tomorrow how I will serve the devotees. So Thirumangai Alwar, he was waiting in the forest, in the middle of the forest with all his disciples. Nobody came that day. He was waiting and waiting and waiting. Thirumangai Alwar was very much worried. Then he asked, is there anyone coming from the way? Then no one is coming. That time our Namparmal thought, he is doing this all for our devotees' sake. So, oh Ranganayagi, come on, let us go and help him out. Both of them, they took the form of a very beautiful Brahmana couple, like a newly wedded couple, bride and bridegroom. So all the demigods were carrying them in a palanquin. They wore full of jewels, because marriage party means full of jewels, golden jewels. Ranganaji told Lakshmi Devi, okay, wear all the jewels. Then they wore so much jewels, all of the people were wearing so much jewels. Then one person, they all coming in the way, in the forest where Thirumangai Alwar is waiting. So Lord is giving opportunity for him to steal, because he is doing everything for his devotees, Namparmal's devotee. Then one person who can climb on the tree, he told, hey Thirumangai Maharaj, please get ready, one big party of marriage is coming. That person who is sitting in the palanquin is just like the Ranganaji, he looks like, he's a Brahmana, very beautiful person. They are all coming with all full of jewels. It is sufficient for our rest of our life for serving devotees. Oh, Thirumangai Alwar became so joyful, he took his sword just to scare the devotee, scare that people. They blocked the way. When the Ranganaji and Lakshmiji, they came on the palanquin, Thirumangai Alwar took his sword. Hey, stop! Take away all the jewels. So Ranganaji acted as if he was afraid. Okay, don't kill us, please. You take whatever you want, you take, but don't kill us. Okay, if you give everything, I don't kill you. Then Thirumangai Alwar took the nose ring from the Mahalakshmi Ranganayagi. He took the earrings and all the necklaces, all the jewels, everything, and all the jewels from the Ranganajis, every jewels he took. Then finally Thirumangai Alwar tried to take the Ranganajis in the feet. There was one ring. It was very tight. He was trying to pull it off, but it is not at all coming. Then Ranganaji told, Arey, you have taken everything from us. Why can't you leave this one finger ring just for the remembrance of my marriage? Thirumangai Alwar said, if I leave this, what you will do? You will just misuse for your temporary things. If you give to me, I will use for purchasing leaf plates for one day serving the Vaishnavas. Saying that, Thirumangai Alwar with his teeth, he bite the Ranganaji's finger, that ring was there. With the teeth, he remove that ring from the feet of Ranganaji. Then they took all that, they tied it up in a cloth with a big mountain of gold, jewels, everything. They tried to lift it up all together, 4 of them, 5 of them together, but it was not even moving an inch. So Thirumangai Alwar thought this person might have done some mantra. Then he took the sword. Hey Brahmana, you have done some mantra, that's why I could not lift it up. Now I order you, if you want your life back, then please take back the mantra. Then the Ranganaji told, oh Kalikandri, Lord called, oh Kalikandri. So that's why the Thirumangai Alwar got another name, Kalikandri. Kalikandri, if you want the mantra, come here, I will tell you the mantra. Then Thirumangai Alwar went in front of him and stood like this. In your ears I will tell you the mantra. Then Thirumangai Alwar stood like this in front of him with folded hands. Then within his ears, Ranganaji told, Om Namo Narayanaya, like that Lord recited the holy name. Then Thirumangai Alwar shocked, this is the Lord's name. When he turned and seen, there was beautifully Namparmal and Ranganaji was standing in front of him, very beautifully. Thirumangai Alwar offered his prostrated obeisance again and again. The Lord also blessed him fully. So in this way he just sung. There itself he sung some hundreds of songs glorifying Ranganaji. There he was saying that, oh my dear Lord, I am so unqualified, so useless person. Vadinen, varundinen, manatal, perunduya ridammayil pugundu. Vadinen, varundinen, manatal, avartarum kalaviyai karudi. Very beautiful song. That is saying, just for the pleasure given by the woman, just for the young girls, to associate with them, just for that pleasure I run after. My whole life I spend in this way. In that way he is lamenting. Finally, with the blessings of the Lord, I got the ultimate treasure. That is, what is the treasure? He is saying, holy name. Narayana ennum namam. That holy name I got. How he got? He is carrying with the sword to the Lord. Finally received the holy name. So he was very grateful to Namparmal for giving the holy name. So he was glorifying about the holy name so much. In this way, some hundreds of songs in glorification of Ranganaji. Ranganaji also very much pleased with his attitude and grateful heart and everything. Ranganaji instructed him nicely. The Lord told him, with all this wealth, you go and do your Annadan Seva. Any other benediction you want? Ranganaji asked. So Thirumangai Alwar told the Lord, let me always serve your devotees. If it is your wish, then kindly please, in this place where you appeared to me, in this place you also appeared as a deity. Therefore, even now, in that place, in the Tiruvali Tirunagari, there is a deity of Kalyana Ranganathan. Ranganaji appeared in the form of marriage. So that temple is still there in Tiruvali Tirunagari. Kalyana Ranganathan. Ali means Alingan. The Lakshmi Devi was Alinganam by the Lord. Therefore, Tiru means Sri. That's why that area is called Tiruvali. Tiruvali Tirunagari. So there the temple was still there. In that way, Thirumangai Alwar, he brought all this wealth. Then he again started serving the Ranganaji's devotees and constantly glorifying the deities. So again the leftover so many stories are there that will tell us a separate story. Sri Thirumangai Alwar ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.